It's out of the way. Good morning. Come in here. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Russell lives. Russell lives. Good morning. Y'all come on in here. I got a couple things I want to talk about. Whenever the Lakers is playing well, y'all might see me a little bit more. When they playing bad, I fall into depression. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Shout out to everybody in Laker land. That's two straight. It's very close. Very, very close game. Matty Ice, they call him. Matt Ryan hit a really, 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 really big shot. Matty Ryan hit a real big shot. Big shot, big shot. He was ice cold earlier in the game. He was, I think, 1 for 6 in the first half. Keep on shooting. It don't matter. He hit a big one. Hit a real big one. Good morning, everybody that's here. We got to talk NBA basketball. He said barely got past New Orleans. The New Orleans Pelicans was playing 5-on-4. See, we got Pat Beverley on our team, and he didn't score a bucket. He's 19% from three-point range. He averages about 4 points on a year. It's like we out there by ourselves. 4-on-5. Shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to everybody who repeatedly, ridiculously said, trade Russell Westbrook and keep Pat Bev. He's a dog. Keep Pat Bev. He's a dog. That's what y'all said. Now, y'all please tell me what part of dog or what traits of a dog do y'all find in Patrick Beverley? Is he a defensive stopper? That's what he say, right? That nigga, that Puerto Rican boy Alvarado blew past him so fast last night, I thought his shoes was on fire. I thought his shoes was on fire. Yeah. Y'all share this live as y'all coming in, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We got to talk about this. Patrick Beverley is not no good, man. Everybody who said he's a dog, y'all can take it back now. Y'all should just go ahead and take it back. Do y'all want to take it back now? Because we in here building, and y'all still ain't told me why y'all feel that he's a dog. I got a homie named Mooch. He live in L.A. He stay out in Long Beach and shit. He go to a lot of Laker home games and shit. Mooch, you seem to think Pat Bev is a dog. He said he not even defending no more. Pat Bev was never locking anybody down. Pat Bev was never locking anybody down, y'all. Did y'all see his floater last night? Did y'all see his floater package last night? Did y'all see Pat Bev's floater, man? Oh, my God, man. This dude, he said, Pat a bum. He is a bum. He is a bum. For those who watched the game last night, did y'all enjoy the first half? Did y'all enjoy the show that Russell Westbrook put on the first half? Did y'all enjoy that? Let's clap it up for Russ. Did y'all see Russ out there hot dogging last night? That's point guard shit. It don't require no scoring. You don't have to score to do that shit that Russ was doing last night. Them layups that he had, that opens up. All of those options open up when you're a passing, scoring threat. You feel me? So when y'all see all them situations when Russ was Russ was boogieing last night. He said he started to get his confidence back. I think he got it back. I think he got it back. He said Pat Bev is an agitator. That's all. What is an agitator? This ain't hockey. This ain't hockey. Please tell me what an agitator is. The thing with this NBA, right? If you a certain size, you might have to play a certain position. Pat Bev's not tall. He's obviously not a two guard because he can't score. And he never played point guard. You could tell he never played point guard because he don't do. Pat Bev ain't good for nothing but a two-hand chest pass. That's the only thing he does good. Two-hand chest pass. Aside from that, he ain't no good, yo. I stop smoking these blunts, get in the gym for a month. I tear that nigga to pieces, man. He's nothing. Pat Bev is nothing, man. Can y'all believe that Stephon Marbury ended up spending the remainder of his career in China and shit because of a blackball situation? And you got guys like this nigga in the league wearing a fucking Laker jersey. How the fuck are you wearing the most prestigious uniform in all of basketball? How? How do you get to one day tell your kids that you was a Laker? What the fuck? He ain't no good. He's not no good. He's terrible. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. Stick to the script. I've said this many times. Penetrating dish. Pat Bev can't even get to the fucking line because he don't got no fucking handle. He can't penetrate and dish. He don't attack the bucket at all. He's Ben Simmons. He's a 6'2" Ben Simmons. Yeah, Ben Simmons part 2. That's exactly what he is. How you a guard and you can't score? He said Ben Simmons is a bust. Ben Simmons was never no good, yo. Ben Simmons was never no good. Ben Simmons was getting his ass handed to him in college. He was getting beat to death. He never even played in the NCAA tournament. LSU wasn't even making a tournament. He was garbage. Nigga got to the league. He's 6'10". They had him playing point guard. He's 6'10". So the other team's point guard's gonna have to defend him. He can dribble to be tall and shit. Like, you're not gonna really take the rock from him and shit. So the other team, the defender's gonna be smaller than him. So there you go. He gets 17, 18 points a game. That nigga garbage though. The Alvarado dude for the Pelicans, he's nice. I'm a fan of his. He tried to get LeBron last night with that trick that he does. I posted it on my Instagram page before. Alvarado likes to, after the Pelicans score a bucket, he'll kind of like drift off to the sideline like he's going out of the game and kind of blend in with the crowd and shit. And when you inbounds the ball, you'll take off and inbounds the ball, and he'll be behind you and shit. And he'll come from behind you, try to steal. He tried to do that shit to LeBron last night. I was screaming, "Brian, watch him!" Sneaky ass nigga. It's not like Patrick Beverley doing shit like that. You supposed to be a defensive stopper? You supposed to be a pest? You should be doing shit like Alvarado was doing. You feel me? Pat Bev not sticking motherfuckers 94 feet. Show us that you about this lockdown shit. You dig what I'm saying? Because he can still contribute. You know how he can contribute? Make the point guard work. The nigga that's bringing the ball up the court, get on his ass 94 feet. By the time he get to half court, man, a nigga tired, miscombobulated. He wants to pass the ball. He give it, man, take this shit. He wants to, you feel me? Do that. That helps. But scoring is just not happening with him. It's not. Zion Williamson. Bully ball. Big body. When he comes to the rack, they be getting out of his way. Aside from the big body shit, being able to jump, athleticism, they can bottle that nigga up. Y'all can't keep letting this boy go and lay y'all up with the left hand. He keep laying niggas up with the left hand over and over and over and over and over and over. You dig what I'm saying? Stop this nigga from using his left hand. That's all he does every time. He spin around, something with the left. Under with the left, scoop with the left. It's always some shit with the left. He'll even shoot a little short left J, but he got his other hand is dead. He's like that boy that's playing with one arm in high school. Hands, I can't remember his name. The dude with the one arm. That's Zion. The scouts is supposed to be reporting this shit on the highest level. This motherfucker can't use his left hand. When he get the ball, make his ass put the motherfucking ball on the ground, going right. Show us you can do something with your right. I'm watching how they playing the game. Niggas is guilty of cruising too. I'm watching niggas cruise. And at the end of the game, at the end of the day, they gonna say, man, it's 82 games. It's only game. We ain't even 10 games into the season. Fuck that. Win games. He said, Matt Ryan saved us. He need more minutes. Matt Ryan got to get his footwork together. Because he looks a mess. When he on the court, he just be running all over the place and shit. Like, he looks a mess. He looks a mess, yo. He got to get his footwork together, man. He got to come off them screens a little bit more crisp. It's called a shoulder rub and shit. He got to come off that shit right so he can get his own separation. Like, he has something to do with it, too. He do. The shot last night, incredible and shit. He's a catch and shooter, like Kyle Korver. That's who he kind of remind me of, the way he shoots the rock, but he shot a bunch of them motherfuckers in the first half, and he was ice cold. He was 1 for 6. I think he was 2 for 6 on the game, 2 for 7 on the game, something like that. He said he's a liability on defense. He said Zion's still 10, 12 pounds away from game shape. Ryan is a liability on defense. Play his own when he in the game. Play his own when he in the game. That's it. That's the remedy. But he's tall. He's long. He got the work. His footwork looks a mess. They said they got him out of a fucking Uber and shit. He was just working in a grocery store or something like that. Is Kawhi overrated? Yes. Every year, they would bring a guy into the league. This is supposed to be the new shit. They was bringing guys into the league one after another to kill LeBron James. They was bringing guys into the league one after another to compete with or kill LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, maybe Jason Tatum. But there's these guys that they coming for the title, right? And he was one of them. He was on a good team in San Antonio where he won. He was on a good team there. He contributed and he fit good there. That's a system team. He went to Toronto and he benefited from Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam. That's who was doing all the damage in that finals. Aside from that, I don't think he all that. He got some long ass hands and shit. They the JV team. They the Lakers JV team, but they stacked. They is stacked. I don't know if we can beat the Clippers right now. I don't. The Nets fired their coach, still got to pay Ben Simmons $113 million over 3 years. Excuse me. Ben was the worst next LeBron. Not even close. Everybody, I need y'all to self-check. Everybody in here, self-check. Get that Russell Westbrook shit out of y'all system. It's not Russell Westbrook's job to shoot a bunch of three-pointers, had the world's greatest jump shot, all that Westbrook shit. He don't even have to deal with that. All he got to do is attack the bucket. I don't think no point guards be averaging. I don't think point guards get as many layups as Russell Westbrook. What y'all say? I don't think there's a point guard in the league that get as many as layups as Russell Westbrook. Russ attack your ass from that top of that key. He gets layups, man. The velocity is fast like a bullet. You feel me? Y'all just tried to rob this dude of his gift. Y'all just tried to rob this dude of his gift. The media and the public, the misinformed public, try to rob this dude of his gift. He one of the greatest point guards ever. This motherfucker averaged a triple-double for several seasons. That's abnormal. Hall of Fame first ballot. Him. Yeah. And I'm glad y'all got a chance to see that shit last night in the first half and shit. That shit that he was doing, that's called boogieing. That's called boogieing. He was on, that's why he was jumping around, dancing, having a good time. He was boogieing, man. You get in the zone and it's just niggas cutting to the basket. Ah! You dig what I'm saying? He throwing the oops and transit. Ah! Throwing alley oops like he was bugging out. He was bugging out. And y'all disrespected him. He said, is he coming off the bench? Yeah, he's six man. There was times in the game when LeBron and Westbrook was playing a two-man game and it was lovely. Cutting to the basket, they was giving it to each other. He said he should have got more minutes late in the game. I agree. I would have took Pat Beverley out of the game late in the game because he has zero scoring. He made a big steal that probably helped seal the game. Patrick Beverley, he did. That's the only thing he did good last night. He did that in overtime, I think. That's the only thing he did. His floater is terrible. His jumper, like, he's doing the Ben Simmons. Russ is a great athlete, but his b-ball IQ isn't that high. I thought he made the extra pass last night. I thought he was great in transition last night. He was great on the offensive and defensive boards. He's a guard. We need more people to have that type of motherfucking contribution. Yeah. We need everybody to be playing like that. Second half, he threw the ball away 2 times. I think it was almost back-to-back. Reckless, just threw the rock away and shit. I noticed that the Lakers do a lot of tired turnovers. Tired turnovers. I see that a lot with LA. Tired turnovers. If you tired, just come out the fucking game, man. Get a breather. We got subs, man. Just get you a breather, come back in the game. Niggas get tired and start throwing the rock away and shit. He said he should not be coming off the bench. He was an MVP a few years back. He should be coming off the bench because it works. And the second unit don't got no firepower. There's nobody on the bench with any firepower. You need him to come off the bench. That was a great sacrifice and move for the team. Ain't nothing wrong with playing 6 man. It's about who finishes the game. It's about who contributes. He got in there and he was doing his thing. He said LeBron don't play defense either. I seen LeBron tell number 35, man, you sticking. Zion kept coming to the rack at LeBron. LeBron told number 35, hey, man, you taking. The fuck is up with that? He said LeBron was missing a lot of layups. When LeBron is laying the ball up, I promise you he got 2 to 3 people on him. He got 2 to 3 people on his back. So if he, missed a layup, he just bobbled it. Just missed that one. But most of his buckets, when he get up in there, all bully ball. Nobody does it better. Nobody does it like him in the league, bully ball and shit. He does a lot of that. He bully balling his way to them points. The thing about bully ball make you tired, though. That's why he don't be wanting to play no defense. He beat and exerted himself on the offensive end. He said playing with the second unit is getting Russ confidence back. I think he good, man. He just got to slow down, man. If you watch the way he plays very, very fast and shit. He was getting away with it for a long time, man. Stop turning the ball over. That's it. Everything else I co-sign everything he does on the court, including shooting threes. If you miss it, that's cool. That's cool. This is a nigga that didn't score damn near 60 points in this league before. I was watching a highlights tape of some high school dunkers and shit. Malik Monk was all over that shit. He said he going crazy in Sacktown. He was all over that. They should have kept him. Fire. Gotta pay him though. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Cleveland. He says, Sunset West, Russ never the problem. He led the Wizards to mediocrity before the Lakers. When Russell Westbrook was playing for the Wizards, they beat Brooklyn 2 times. The Wizards beat Brooklyn 2 times. And the second time they beat them because Russ hit a 3 at the buzzer. AD been such a disappointment. This dude should be MVP of the NBA right now. I think he hurt. I think he benefits from rest. Whenever he get a chance to, whenever, I don't know, whenever the Lakers got nights off and shit, he benefit from that because I can tell when a motherfucker hurt, he don't block shots no more. Anthony Davis don't be swatting shots. When he was in, when he played for the Pelicans, he was the brow and shit. He's not the brow no more. He don't block no shots all like that. He said Russ was never the problem. He was the scapegoat. Naming all of these guys that used to play for LA. None of them dudes better than Russell Westbrook, though. None of them guys that y'all naming. He said AD is washed up. AD, I don't think he had 20 last night. I think in the fourth quarter he had about 14 points. I was disappointed in that. Shout out to Lonnie Walker on the rise. He said he won Hollywood and got the brow waxed. He said Russ was definitely a part of the problem. How was he a part of the problem? I thought he was just playing bad. That's it. He's one of my favorite players. AD need rest. He playing hurt. Why is this dude always hurt? Shit is crazy. Russ plays hard every game. Cannot take that from him. Yeah, he comes to the office every game. Last season, Russell Westbrook played 78 out of 82 games. That's coming to show. That's showing up. That's showing up. That's the type of player that I want on my team. That alone, that type of attitude and shit, that's tenacious and shit. He said his regimen and weight ain't up. He just told us he ain't balled in hoops since April. I seen him, if you follow me on Instagram, at Gully TV Sports, I was watching the pregame show last night and shit, and they were showing the Lakers warm-ups. This nigga in warm-up shooting fucking three-pointers and shit, man. I'm like, look at this shit here, man. This is a fucking shame, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. I'm like, look at this shit, man. Like, why the fuck are you out there shooting fucking 3-pointers, man? Like, you not gonna improve the Lakers' 3-point percentage, fam. Like, get the fuck around the fucking bucket and dominate. The fuck is wrong with you? One of the tallest, biggest, longest He's visibly taller and longer than everybody else. He said after these last few games, Lakers need to turn the team over to Russ, followed by AD. Bron, my nigga, it's clear he lost a step. You crazy as hell. LeBron averaging like 26 points on the season already and shit. You bugging with that, fam. At the end of the day, LeBron gets the fucking rock. The last motherfucking shot, LeBron gets the shot. The first option on offense, LeBron James. He said, block him. Fred, I thought about it. He said, that boy's soft. 6'11" and 7'6" wingspan, taking jumpers and spinning layups. Listen to this shit here. See? Facts. We got facts. We get to sit back and observe these things, and it's not a hypothesis involved. We seeing this shit. It's disgusting. But it's my squad. I'm in good spirits right now. The game was lost. The Lakers blew a 15-point or 16-point lead. Let's talk about that. The game was lost. We had lost the game after being up by about 16. They went on a 15-0 run. The Pelicans went on a 15-0 run. And I'm sitting here like, man, look at this shit here, man. Russ ain't in the game like he's supposed to. Dude bailed us out. He said Shaq and Barkley be tearing these new age dudes up. They had a list of dominant big men duos. And they was like Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson. Greatness. They was like Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, greatness. They named somebody else. They was naming pairs, and then they got to Karl Anthony Towns and whoever he was with, and he was like, man, them niggas just tall black guys. He said, yeah. Robert Williamson and Horford, yeah. He was like, man, them niggas just tall black guys. Oh, shit. I played pro basketball. It's not always about the numbers. Bron looks old. He's not going to be able to hold up at this pace. I'm calling it now. People been saying that for the last 3 seasons, man. Understand this. At the end of the day, if you can get to the bucket, if you the type of ball player that can get to the bucket, if you play North and South, they got one option. Let you score, or go to the you go to the free throw line where you eventually score. Zion had 5 motherfucking fouls last night in the 3rd quarter, I believe. Maybe the 4th, but I know Zion was in foul trouble last night. You know why? That's from LeBron and Russ attacking that motherfucking basket. That's a strategy, too. Your gun on the other side, you got to stop us from getting to the rack. We'll foul all you long motherfuckers out. That's a strategy. That's something that Russell Westbrook brings to the game, making them big men defend the goal. Having them niggas doing their job and shit. That opens up things. Guys like Matt Ryan won't get no looks if Bron and Russ ain't penetrating and dish. The Lakers don't got nobody to do the penetrating dish but Russell Westbrook. LeBron, he tries, but But the actual penetrating dish, the shit that you were seeing Russell Westbrook doing last night, he the only one on the Lakers that can do that. Patrick Beverley don't know how to do that. That's called boogieing. Niggas that run the point was watching that shit last night like, ooh. Straight up. LeBron shooting 11 threes per game. That ain't his game, man. LeBron got the green light, man. He got the turquoise light. He can do whatever he want, man. I co-sign his threes. He shot a couple of bricks last night, man, but let that nigga live, man. That nigga getting us 30 a night, man. He can jack up. He can jack. Can't tell a nigga that's getting you 30 a night he can't jack. How? Motherfucker, he shot it from the logo last night, and he shot a brick and transition brick three. Bad. Peace. He said LeBron stopped going to the rack because he got tired of the refs not giving him no calls. I thought he was superb going to the rack last night. Whenever he go, man, he got 2-3 niggas on him. I like that. Even if he don't score, I like that. He carry their ass to that rack. Carry their ass to that rack, because if he continues to attack that rack, you know what's going to happen? Whoop! He going to dump that shit off to Westbrook or one of them niggas for a dunk. He said 30 points per game at 38 is crazy. He said he can do what he want, but he damn near last in the league in threes. Man, it'd be nice when Bron's trays be dropping. I don't know what you niggas talking about. The fuck? He ain't Ray Allen, but some nice Bron's trays be dropping. Fuck that. He hit more. He hit enough. Trust me, if he start getting beside himself, I'll be the first to protest. He said, Russ will be okay. Going to the rack is key. Facts. Is Luka or Giannis the best player in the league? Fuck no. You know who the best player in the league is. It's him. Until they retire that jersey. Until they retire that jersey. And to support my claim, when the LeBron Giannis thing was really, really charged up, like a couple of years ago, I think it was the pandemic season, right before they stopped the season because of the pandemic, we played against the Clippers and we played against the Bucks back to back. LeBron bust both they ass, but everybody was talking that shit. LeBron bust both them niggas ass back to back, and then the season got stopped because of the pandemic. But that right there was the statement game. That happened 2 years ago. He said, trade AD now. Don't nobody want him. He damaged goods. Don't nobody want him. We stuck with him at least for the season. Don't nobody want that broken nigga. You see how he running up and down the court? Can't tell that nigga hurt. He said the Lakers will not beat Denver and will not beat Memphis. We probably won't beat a lot of motherfuckers as long as we got Patrick Beverley on our team. It's like we playing 4-on-5. It's like we playing 4-on-5, man. I've seen some dudes. When I look at Patrick Beverley, right? Certain players come to mind that didn't do a lot, in my opinion. And they were starters in the league and shit. One of them was Patrick Beverley. He's always been. I just didn't understand it. The other one was Eric Snow from the Sixers. But Eric Snow would hit a jumper every now and then. Eric Snow would get you 10 points. He would. I didn't like him. I didn't think he was any good. He was 6'4", and he played good defense, too. They used to say he could play good D, but I just didn't. I never liked him. I thought he was womp, womp, womp. But He's better than fucking Patrick Beverley. He said Patrick Beverley was a high school star. They told me Patrick Beverley averaged like 30 points in high school. He said Eric Snow, Michigan State legend. He played D, that's all. Eric Snow would score, man. He would get you some buckets, man. He would get you some buckets, man. His jumper was broke as a motherfucker. He would get you 10, man. Like, we probably got to look up the stats, man. Eric Snow for the Sixers, he probably averaged 10 points, man. Hold me down, Snow. Hold me down with a cool dime, man. But I couldn't think of nobody else. He said Darvin will be gone by 2025. They said Darvin Ham was trash when he was in the league. Yeah, he wasn't no good. He said, why is he still wearing number 6? Good question. Number 6 is retired, right? Number 6 has been retired by the league. They're going to put number 6 on the basketball courts in every NBA arena. But the King still wears number 6. Why? Because he the king. Okay, the motherfucking king. That's why. He said Darvin Ham bust a backboard in the Final Four semifinal. That was against North Carolina. That's what he's known good. He said Eric Snow career average 6.8. He said Snow was a good role player, man. Snow started. Patrick Beverley only averaged 4. I need y'all to look up what Snow averaged when he was playing with Iverson, the seasons that he was playing with Iverson. He said Ham was a hustle player. Everybody that's garbage. Everybody that's garbage, these niggas start saying that they hustle players and they dogs and they for team toughness and shit. He called Darvin Ham a hustle player. What the fuck is a hustle player, fam? Y'all kill me with that shit. That's what Pat Bev is too, right? He a hustle player, huh? Nigga don't be fucking hustling. Nigga be in the way. This motherfucker can't get a bucket, man. How the fuck you play 30 minutes? You play 30 minutes in an NBA game. I understand playing bad, but when you the point guard, you got the ball in your hand the whole game. You got to rock the whole game. How don't you get to the fucking line or score a bucket? Like, I don't understand it. 30 minutes? You got to rock the whole game? You ain't going in there and get you no bucket, my nigga. You ain't getting to the lot. You serious? Come on, man. Russell Westbrook do this shit on a regular. Walk the ball up the court. Size the nigga up that he with. Put it through his legs a couple times. Straight to the rack, like Marbury. Like, man, you got to know how to do this shit, man. You got to rock the whole game. Like, what's the fucking sense of... He shouldn't even be out there. He shouldn't even be out there. Then they got this nigga Kendrick Nunn, who didn't play at all last year. They talking about all the shit that he gonna do. He didn't even play last night. He said Darvin Ham paid his dues as an assistant coach. I think he doing okay as the coach, but you know he not really the coach. He's just there. Like, he not telling LeBron James what the fuck to do. He not. That Russell Westbrook going to 6-man, that wasn't no Darvin Ham situation. They talked about that shit together and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, before it was even announced, let's just try it. Like, let's just try it. See what happens. Boom, it worked. You got the green light when you come off the bench, my nigga. You know what I mean? You still getting ticked. He said Eric Snow got the motion in the office. That's it. He said, Pat Bev been stealing bread for a decade. Lonnie got heart. I like Lonnie. My cousin, a Spurs fan, he told me about Lonnie and shit. He told me he was a dunker. He had a couple funks last night. He hit a lot of threes. I like him. I think his confidence is going to continue to build. It seemed like he got the green light. He get a lot of touches. What did Snow average on the year that they went to the finals? Wasn't he the point guard when the Lakers played the Sixers? Whatever year that was, see what he averaged. I know this nigga got to average like 10 points that year. This is crazy. 10 points, that's out of... I don't think Patrick Beverley ever averaged any significant numbers in the league. I don't know how he been around this long and he not tall. You'd think this motherfucker was 7 foot. He said, should they get the White back? Yes. If we can afford him, yes. We need another guard, though. Lakers need another guard. We need scoring, man. We need scoring. He said, you called it yesterday at the gym, Westbrook. Hey, Mark, listen, right? You know basketball, like most things, is about momentum and shit. After he had that good game the other night, I'm like, he gonna get a rhythm going. I knew he was gonna play good, but I didn't think he was gonna be out there doing what he did last night. Running the point is one thing, but dominating the point guard is another thing. Like when you see those guys cutting to the basket and Russ dishing that rock like that, those is like points. It's like those is points. Assists is points. You feel me? Count those buckets, man, that this boy be putting on. Man, you got to know basketball from top to bottom, man. Assists is points, man. Assists is points. We don't got nobody that could. We don't. Who could? Man, when you coming up the court, man, in transition, man, and it starts spreading and shit, man. It's only one rule, right? If you cross the foul line, man, you got to go all the way to the rack and shit. But I'm giving y'all point guard rules. When you cross that fucking half court line, the shit starts to spread like pussy and shit. And you get to deciding what you gonna do with this rock and shit. A lot of times, depending on who the defender is, you can like, oh, I can take him. It's 3-on-1. I'm about to dunk on this nigga. You dig? Like, about to dunk on this nigga, man. But when that shit open up, man, you need a point guard, man, to know how to make them fucking them decisions, man. To the cutter. And his teammates, they have to know how to react to his penetration. When Russell Westbrook fires to the rack, the teammates got to know how to assemble themselves in position because a play can develop and shit. And it often does and shit. His problem was just, he was throwing the rock away a little bit and shit. He's throwing the rock away a lot. Threw the rock away a lot last night in the second half. He said, who told who told LA to sign Bev? 27 minutes, 0 points. My man said Eric Snow averaged 12.1 in 2001. Thank you. Do you know how much 12 points a game from Patrick Beverley would change the whole outcome of Lakers basketball games? 12 points a night. He gonna average that. You know how much that changes things? This nigga giving up nothing. Nothing. He was only averaging 5 points before last night. He gave us a donut, so his average is going to go to like 4. Terrible. Getting paid millions. My man said Russ should never shoot another jumper in life, straight to the hole. Whenever he go to the rack, good things seems to happen, as long as he don't turn the rock over. I stand on that. His penetration, I stand on that. Because a lot of them guards don't do that no more. Y'all pay attention to the way point guards play basketball now and shit. A lot of them niggas are three-point shooters and shit like that. High volume three-point shooters. High volume jump shooters and shit. But that bolting to the basket, that's Russell Westbrook, Stephon Marbury. AI used to do it. You know what I mean? Like, niggas don't got that north and south, man, handle, man. They can... A lot of niggas be more finesse and shit. The brutes go to the rack like that. The niggas that go to the rack like that, they often brutes. Baron Davis, Stephon Marbury, these bully type point guards and shit. My man said, no, that's 2002. He averaged 9.8 in 2001. That's 10 points. 9.8 a game is 10 points. Patrick Beverley ain't giving us nothing. He need to go. A lot of you niggas is on social media saying that trade Russell Westbrook and keep Patrick Beverley. Don't that shit sound ridiculous now? Why don't you acknowledge me? The fuck is you talking about? Get your goofy ass up out of here. Weirdo. He said he talking about the regular season. He said Kenny Anderson. Probably at a point in time. I named most of them. The ones that go to the rack like that. You got to have a body. He said Kenny wasn't a bully P. Nah. Kevin Johnson. Nah, none of them dudes that y'all name it was a bully point guard and shit. Tim Hardaway. Little Tim Hardaway. He had that in him and shit. Definitely. I mean, his body was built for it and shit. He said Rod could do it and lay you up. On a finesse tip, though. Rod wasn't like a bully or like that. A lot of finesse with him. He said Zeke wasn't bullish, but he hit the hole hard. He was capable of doing it because he had a handle, man. But Isaiah was finesse, man. You know Isaiah. Lay that shit up all pretty, finger roll and shit. D Rose. Derrick Rose. Before the injuries. Great. He said I have to take B. Diddy over Westbrook in their prime. I would too. They both went to UCLA. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications if it's your first time in my sports live. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I had to get on here, man. Y'all know I had to get on here, man. We played incredible last night. Until the fourth quarter, we blew a 15-point lead. No, third quarter, we blew the lead. Steve franchise. Yeah, franchise could go to the rack. Definitely. Derrick Rose, the shit that Westbrook be doing, firing to the basket like that, that's that shit D Rose was doing his MVP season. Niggas start losing their velocity after a while. Westbrook still got it. See, he can get to the rack whenever he want. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming through. This is a dope conversation. Shout out to the Lakers. I don't know who we play next. As of right now, I ain't impressed with the squad. I'm impressed with Homeboy and what he did last night in the first half. I ain't convinced. The Lakers don't have me convinced yet. I'm a real Laker fan. I ain't convinced yet. We got to start mopping niggas, man. Like, I would feel safer if we had people like Montrezl Harrell and shit like that. I wish we had gave him a chance and shit. It was people that I wish we would have kept. I would have felt a little bit more secure about the situation and shit. But anyway, I'm up out of here. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram page at Gully TV Sports, man. I got dope content over there. Street ball legends, NBA players, the whole nine. So y'all do what y'all do. I'm going to continue to dribble. Peace.